Hi everyone, and welcome to Moxxie Life Coaching. I'm Michelle, and I'll be your host as we explore what life coaching is and how it can empower you to create and live your best life. We'll talk about topics ranging from our own self-defeating behaviors to getting to know our authentic selves. Together, we'll investigate a variety of self-coaching modalities and explore a wide range of topics relevant to getting the most out of the life that you are actively creating. New episodes will drop every Tuesday, so please subscribe so you don't miss out on the great hints, tips, and tricks, and generally awesome content that will help you create your best life. So welcome, and thank you for listening. I have just one announcement for this week, and that is just a reminder that the Getting to Know Yourself Better Through the Tarot and Numerology course is live on the Moxxie Coaching website. It's a free course, and it's designed to help you gain an understanding of who you are at your core, in the same way that your sun sign does in astrology. The course will teach you how to calculate your birth card as well as the birth card of anyone else for whom you have a birth date. And it will walk you through the innate characteristics and traits, personality styles, strengths, weaknesses, even partner options and good career matches for each individual birth card. You can take the entire course, or you can skip around and just take a look at the parts that you are interested in. The course itself is about 2 hours long, so you may just want to pop on and take a look and figure out what your birth card is and hop back off. That is completely up to you. I wanted to provide the detailed information for those who are interested, and if that is not your bag, then that is not a problem either. So if you're interested in the tarot in general, or what the tarot can do for your self-coaching practice, check out the course. It's a great way to get a feel for the more practical, maybe even less esoteric uses of the tarot and what it can do for you. So I hope to see you there. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is going to be a shortish episode, and it came about as I started to think about the fall and think about what fall used to look like. And that got me thinking about summer ending and life's getting back to normal, right? Well, I could have made that statement a year or so ago, 2 years ago, and most people listening would know what I'm talking about. Summer's ending, things are going to get busy again, kids are going back to school, people are wrapping up their vacations, people who were considering changing jobs are probably getting more serious about it now. People who were considering maybe relocating are getting more serious about it now. You know, just everything that happens in life when, at least in life in the States, I guess that's the only fair thing to say. But how things flow, right? And it occurred to me that I'm nervous about summer ending, and I'm a little bit nervous about the fall coming. And I was trying to figure out why, and I'm pretty sure it's because we don't know what normal is anymore. And people keep talking about this new normal, which I think is something we're all going to have to wrap our heads around. But we don't know what it's going to look like. And that can be disconcerting. For those of us who have lived much of our lives in the ebb and flow of the seasons, the natural cycle of school starting, or the holiday season, or summer vacation season, it's a little bit hard right now to get a lot of purchase on the pathway to normal. Sometimes it seems like so many things in our lives, so many things in society have signaled basically to us that the safety and the stability that we are accustomed to is no longer there. Things are so much more complicated now than they were even 2 years ago. It can be a little bit daunting. Public health, political, environmental institutions, all of those that we took for granted are not the stable foundations we once thought they were. So I'm finding myself for the first time in my life wondering, man, would I choose to have kids? I don't know. I like to think that we're moving toward the whole Aquarian age thing. Supposedly, there is a large astrological shift that is starting to occur. We are just in the very, very beginning of it. And the shift is supposed to be focused on more more humanity, let's just say, more doing the right thing, more taking care of the environment, more helping your neighbor, all of those things. So while things do feel tenuous in a lot of ways, I think they also feel a little bit hopeful. And if you look in the right places, maybe even a little bit energized. You know, there are days when I just want to stick my head in the sand and plug my ears and go, la, 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 life is rainbows and butterflies. But I know that's not necessarily the best way for me to approach my personal growth and development and all of the things that I want to do to help everybody else. So I don't do that. And I have started to seek out more of a sense of community in both in my local community and in my online community. And I'm starting to feel this energy that seems to be starting to percolate a little bit. And maybe it's just that I have chosen to surround myself with people who, I don't want to say think the way I think, but people who value the same things that I value. And the same things that most of us value, right? Security, right? I want to know that I am safe. I want to know that I will be fed. I want to know that no one's going to, I don't know, take away my rights, right? I mean, the amount of privilege that I feel is pretty amazing considering, I am late middle-aged, 57, white female, college educated, so many flippin' benefits that so many other people don't have. And even I'm nervous. So if I get a little bit uncomfortable with the way things are and the way things have seemed to be going in the last number of years, I can't even imagine what it's like to not be sure if you're going to be able to make your rent next week, or feel unsafe walking in your neighborhood because maybe people don't like what color you are. There's just so many different things. So if I feel it, I know that others are feeling it too. And I am starting to see other people doing what they can in whatever way they can to shift things and to change the vibration of their space and change the vibration of the way they're living and how they're living and what they're putting out there in the world. Now, I don't know what getting back to normal actually means. I don't think our new normal is going to be the same as our old normal. I hope not, anyway. It seems to me that things are moving ahead with a lot more intention behind them. People are not sitting around anymore quite so much waiting for someone else to make their decisions for them, or waiting for someone else to start the organization that helps out the community, or whatever it is. I have been seeing and hearing and reading about and experiencing people who really seem to be genuinely in a space of creating something better, a new, better normal. So, what does that mean? I think it means that those of us who either work in the wellness realm or spend a lot of time on personal development, spend time on our spiritual development. Those of you who are listening, we're kind of a type, for better or for worse, right? And I think that there are enough of us. We are an enormous group, both in number and in collective energy. And we need to use our businesses and our social media platforms, our community groups, whatever it is we have at our disposal to expand our numbers. We need to expand the number of people who spend more time thinking about positive things than negative things. We want to expand the number of people who are willing to reach out and help their neighbor. We want to expand the number of people who, if they can do nothing else, are willing and able to intentionally put out positive energy. And once we can do that, then I feel like we can start creating some newer, healthier, more equitable normals. So, what does all this mean? I'm on my soapbox today. I am issuing 2 challenges. Now, I know that a lot of us are crazy busy, but I promise that this can be done almost anywhere and almost at any time. So if you have been listening to my podcast, you know that I am a researcher, and I have researched enough, like the very tippy toe, the very tiny little dipping my toe in, to quantum physics. Enough to be able to glean that manifestation is real, baby. It is absolutely real. And we need to put our attention on what we want to build as opposed to what we don't want. So, the next time you're on your commute, or the next time you're mowing your lawn, or doing the dishes, or sitting in meditation, or just allowing your mind to wander to what a better normal would look like, let that happen. Let your mind, let your imagination flow. Go to town. Don't throttle your ideas. If it sounds amazing to you, put it out there. And the reason I say that is because so many of us, I think, have a tendency to be afraid to ask for things. And if we're afraid to ask for things, then how are we ever going to get what we want and what we need? I know I personally spent a lot of years, expecting things to just happen to me or for me, or dealing with other people's decisions and all of those things. It's not going to work anymore. We've got to take things into our own hands, and we have to move our space forward in a way that's meaningful for us. So take some time while you're driving, take some time while you're doing the dishes or in the bathtub or whatever it is, and just imagine, what would your life look like if you could make the changes you wanted to make? What would your neighbor's life look like if you could make the changes you wanted to make? If money was not a factor, if Jeff Bezos' wife, not Jeff Bezos because we know what he's like, but if Jeff Bezos' wife would say to you, hey, this is an unlimited pool of money for you to do good, what would you do? Would you create a society that values the elderly? Yeah, sure. Would you create a society that offers equality, true 100% equality, not this, it looks equal on the surface thing for everybody? Yep, definitely. How about free healthcare? Of course. Free housing? Definitely. Unlimited Ben and Jerry's? Whatever it is that you truly believe in your heart would make a better, safer, more fair, more loving, tasting better with free Ben and Jerry's new normal. That's what I want you to concentrate on. And the point is not so much the specific things that you're envisioning. The point is that we're putting our energy as a collective into the space of what makes things better. And that raises the collective vibration regardless of this specific ask. It's the energy and the intent that is out there. And the more we can flood the ethers with this type of energy, the faster change is going to happen. So do it once, do it 5 times a day, whatever and whenever works for you. And if you choose to take on this practice, meaning at least a few times a week, the second challenge that I'm issuing is the challenge for you to pay attention to how your life changes. Notice the new opportunities that show up for you. Notice the new people you meet. Notice the difference in how you approach day-to-day life over how you approached day-to-day life a couple months ago. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. Putting out this much positive energy is often a way of bringing some very pleasant surprises to us, things that we didn't expect. And by genuinely wanting better for others, puts compassion and love energy out there. Energy that is going to return to you in some form or another. I know that personally, when I began meditating on compassion, my life started to change. Instead of focusing on what I didn't have, or what I wanted to have, or what I thought I deserved, I shifted my focus to just meditating on pure energetic love and putting it out into the universe. And I know what that sounds like, and I know that it sounds woo-woo and all of those things, but trust me, putting that energy out shifts things on a quantum level and in a way that creates change. So as we approach the fall, and as we begin to see what the new normal is going to be, how about if we do our part to help create a more egalitarian, a more happy, healthy, safe, new normal for everyone? I think that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Please join me in whatever way you can as we get ready and we go back into the craziness of, or what we think is going to be the craziness of, a new school year under all of the new conditions that we're living through right now. So thank you so much. As usual, please like and subscribe and do all of those good things. And I will look forward to talking to you next week. Thanks so much, everyone. Be well.